turnouts have declined gradually since independence, with many voters being removed from the electorate, you know?
Yeah.
Do you believe that this will contribute to the further decline?
No, I think everybody who... I know there are few people calling now saying, how can I get on the voters list? How can I get on the voters list? But we have that every election in Jamaica, right? We have a system now that produces a voters list twice per year. We're coming from a system that used to produce a voters list like once every 5 years, once every 3 years, with a supplemental list. We also, so we have a continuous registration, anybody can register anytime they want. We took off about 235,000 names off the voters list, people who couldn't find.
Yes,
right? And I think, and we didn't just jump up and say, you know, the voters list is too big, let's just take out some names. It was like that. After the 2002 election and the 2003 election and the by-elections, the candidates who work in the constituencies kept telling us we cannot find the people. These people don't live in these constituencies. You have a voters list and you walk down the street and 20% of the people are not there. You know, they've moved, they've migrated, died, so the list is inaccurate. Right, yeah, everything. So we decided, okay, let's clean up the list. So I believe you're going to see a much increased turnout simply because of the mathematics of it, the arithmetic. If you take off the 235,000 people who never normally vote, then you're going to get who turn out going to be a smaller, a big, you know. Well, it's a arithmetic. You have a bigger, a smaller denominator. You're going to end with the same number of people voting. You're going to end up with a higher turnout rate. You know, so I believe the turnout rate, the turnout rate is going to go up just because of that. Also, in this election, it's a close election. And the campaigns are on the ground, working hard to squeeze out every last drop of electors out of the constituencies. And so once you're an elector and they can find you, they will come to vote, man, come and vote, you know. So I guess the turnout is going to be, I think, a high turnout. If the weather is good enough.
That's another factor. But you have said that to your satisfaction, all 146 nominations are legitimate in this election. What is your response to the allegation that some of the JLP candidates reside in the United States?
Well, you know, when I first heard about that, it wasn't just the JLP candidates. It was a much larger number. Right. I think there was a letter written by the chairman of the PNP. And of course, they would not be writing about their own candidates. I would be surprised if they did that. But to be honest with you, again, this is not a new issue. This has come up in just about every election. In fact, I remember there was a campaign, someone was reminding me in the program the other day, that it was centered around the fact that my leader born here, right? And then in that one, they're talking about the all who didn't born here,
and
who are
born.
Yes,
right.
So this comes up a lot at every election. There's nothing new about it. They're all properly nominated. Only a court of law could deem them to be not properly nominated. Exactly, right? So nothing is going to change between now and the 27th of August. And all those who are writing letters and saying these things, they're well aware of that. What they're trying to do, I think, is create some doubt in the minds of some electors about some candidates. That's all it is. Because they know that there's going to be an election and those names are going to be on that ballot.
It's a little psychology.
Right? Like a psychology. And, you know, politics. So, but they're all properly nominated. And if anyone feels that they have proof, because you have to prove it, not them, then you know, go to court and do what you have to do. Because there's remedy in the law for that.
And lastly, Mr. Walker, who do you expect to turn out the victor this election?
Well,
JLP or JLP?
I'm hoping that Jamaica turns out the victor. And all it needs for Jamaica to be the victor is that we have a well-run election, good turnout at the polls, and peace and order. And if that happens, we'll all be victorious.
I definitely agree, and I hope Jamaica wins in any event.
Yeah,
but if we're to say, hypothetically speaking, a political party,
yes, which one? I have no idea. This one of the more interesting things about this election is the fact that it is so hard to call.
Yes,
you know, and so I think everyone will be glued to their TV screens.
And
That is one night when nobody will be watching cable.
TVJ, CBM ratings.
That's where it's up, right? So we'll, you know, and that's great. It's good to have a country that the people clearly believe that they have a good choice in either leader. Because that's why the race is close.
Yes.
And, you know, we're fortunate, I believe, to be a small country with a long history of a settled democracy where power changes hands quickly and relatively peacefully. It's good to live here.
Yeah, man. So, Mr. Walker, thank you for your time. And I'm sure every Jamaican, not just myself, wishes you the best of luck in the coming days.
Thank you.